Once people get closer to their ex, the burning question always is, what can I do to make him fall in love with me again? 5 points you want to know to make this happen. My name is Emanuel. I'm a relationship coach. For years I've been helping people to win back their ex, escape the friend zone, or lead happier relationships. For many years, I coach people winning back their ex with my team. And once the strategy is successful, people get closer to their ex. But there is a phase, a period in which they have contact with their ex, but they're not really sure, is she or he already loving me again? Are the feelings growing, or are we ending up in the dangerous friend zone? Now I brought extra for you 5 points that you want to know on how to make your ex fall in love with you again. The first point is a very special one that I have to mention that you are more aware of it. It's the biology. Now, since you've been together with him, you already had sex. You already had all those checks from your nervous system that you, the two of you, fit together. So your nervous system checked that he or she is a good partner for you to propagate. And this is something no one knows because all of this is happening subconsciously. But it did. And you were both checked positive. So one thing that you have to know when you're afraid that you end with your ex in the friend zone is don't be too afraid of it because you already were together, you had sex. Once you're able to just stand there close enough to him and hold the situation just where it is, it might be the case that at a certain moment the ice is just melting because both bodies remember what they once had before. So don't be too impatient and just hold it where you have some time and moments together and don't push it because maybe your ex remembers subconsciously what you had and will make the move by himself. Second point, conversations. Now in conversations, for me it's very important to not have like the conversation just like that, but to be a little bit strategic in your conversations. You have to pay this price right now. I know that many people don't want to pay this price, but you have to pay this price. So in conversations, I really take care of having a good conversation. 2 enemies we have on the table. The first one, maybe your conversations ran dry in your previous relationship. So you want to bring new topics. Hopefully you tried out new stuff, hobbies, things. So you bring new things, new conversations, new elements into your conversations. The second thing is many people are, without being aware of it, quite unattentive once they are together for a longer time. So for you in this case, it's very important to not only bring in new interesting points from new hobbies or whatever, inspirations, but also to be very attentive, asking your partner questions, open questions, so no yes and no questions like, was your day good? Yes. Did you meet this and that? Yes. Not like this, but how was your day? Whom did you meet? How did you feel when you met this person? You are more like a therapist, asking questions where the other one is opening and then listening. So many times in our modern society, no one is listening anymore because we are all consumed with our mobiles. When I said this, I was already checking on my mobile thinking, but this is the thing. If you're listening, if you're able to listen and ask good questions, your ex is opening it up. So here's the deal. If you take your time, are open to listen and not immediately replying and interrupting him or her, and asking questions that the other one is opening up, he or she will feel well with you. And this well-feeling, well-being will grow and he or she can remember the love that was there before easier. The third point is touch. Touch is a very special thing because, as you know, there are several zones where you can touch and you should not touch. But before, you already touched probably like everything. So what to touch right now? There was a breakup in between, so we start in the friend zone, but we should touch. Pickup artists call this kino escalation. It means that you touch In the beginning, only very little bit the safe spaces, while later on you can also position your hand, land it there, and keep the contact a little longer, so both of you grow into the habit of being familiar with each other, also on a physical level. If you never dare to touch, this is for me a very bad sign. And then we have to look at your self-esteem, because it's important that you do this like with a friend. And I always emphasize the first 2-3 meetings, no touch at all. So we have a kind of a vacuum. But then if we have further meetings or meeting each other on occasions, we do touch. Then take the touch back, take it away, and see whether he replies them or not. If he replies them, it's a good size, you can continue. If he's not replying it, you have to pull back your body a little bit away from him, so there is a kind of a vacuum, and you will sometimes see if you manage to do that, that suddenly he's missing something, and then he's starting to touch you. Don't jump the gun, we have time. We want to have the real feelings grow back, not only sexual attraction. This brings me straight to point 4. After any kind of meeting, of being close, having a good conversation, maybe you even smooch or made out, whatever you did, after that, since you're not together already again, give the present of freedom, peace, space, distance. Many people fall into the trap once they are so close, like losing it, and then are eager to pull in the ex-partner into the new relationship or into intimacy. Don't fall into that trap. Don't do the same mistake. Let go after a nice meeting. Let go after a nice date. It works so well if you had a very nice moment and then you let him go, so he thinks that maybe he has to do something to come back and have the next of those beautiful moments. Before I come to the final point number 5, and my favorite one, although I have to say that the first 4 points already are quite strong and worked very well in many occasions for me and my coaches, I would love to ask you to subscribe, activate the bell so you don't miss out on any new videos, and of course give us a like. It's always very nice for us, of course, as a little thank you, gratitude, but also it helps other people to find this video more easily. Point number 5, last but not least, special moments. Now, this is a little tricky, how to create special moments. You have to be quite aware to create special moments, but it's possible. I don't want, and I have to tell you what I mean with special moments. You have a conversation, maybe you're on the phone, maybe you're sitting somewhere having a lunch, and I don't object to lunches. Many people say, oh, lunch, this is so not intimate, this is so finite always. I love lunches with my ex to get back into conversation, it's fine. But I sit at lunch with him or her, or I am on the phone, and there's something he said that I kind of like a little bit, and I stop the conversation, I stop. And then I make an extra strong little compliment that this is so special how he said this or what he just said, because this is exactly what, for instance, and sometimes we lie here a little bit, this is exactly what a friend of you told you yesterday. And you say that this was almost a little freaky for you that he just says the same thing one of your best friends said yesterday. Or we are there and we cook something together and I say, you know what? I love to cook and I wanted to cook with friends for many days or weeks, and we never managed to find a spot, some time together in our calendars. And now I'm sitting here with you and we are standing here with you. I have to just say that this is a very cool special moment. Although we just cut the potatoes right now, for me it's so cool because I was kind of longing for cooking, not the ex-partner, mind your words. I was longing for cooking so long. And then he thinks, okay, nice, yeah, I'm happy to be here. Yeah, we can cook a little bit more often. And think of this example. It's a very good example. I created a special moment out of cutting potatoes. I mean, you know, and also I didn't say it's so special because you are here and I was longing for so much time, so long to have this with you, but I was longing for cooking for so long time. So in the special moments, I love to take a little piece, something concrete. So that's not him that's special, but this thing is special, and it's special, of course, for him to enjoy this, to experience this with me. And then you just let it go. You just drop it and continue. But in his psyche, he has this feeling of special moments are taking place. And this is in the brain not so far away from other special feelings, like maybe being enchanted or falling in love, or maybe having some wishes for intimacy. I wish you all the best and a lot of success with those 5 points. Try them out. If you have more of them, share them in the comments. If you have questions on how something went in a good way, or maybe it did not work out for you so well, we are happy to help. You have to know all of these have to be tried out before you really get good at it, especially with the 5th point that I love the most and a lot. Leave a comment, leave your questions here. Also, you can ask us via email on team@datedoctor-emanuel.com. We are on Instagram, of course, in the web with articles, and also on TikTok. Find us there. We are happy to help whatever is necessary for you to get him love you again. I hope you enjoyed my coaching session. For more information on relationship and dating coaching, go to datedoctor-emanuel.com.